Alright, so here are my tips to get started with FPV at a relatively low cost. First one is going to be picking the right transmitter, and the transmitter is the place where I feel like you should not skimp at all, and you should probably get a Radiomaster Boxer, specifically the ELRS protocol, because you're going to be getting a quality controller that's going to last you for a while. It's going to be future proof, and you're going to be ready for more drones in the future once you're ready to upgrade. So it's always good to not skimp on a controller and get yourself a nice transmitter, specifically a Radiomaster, because they always have quality products. To start the FPV hobby at a low entry level cost is to get box goggles. Now, the box goggles might not look the coolest, you might not be the coolest person out there on the field, but they do get the job done. The only downside though is if you wear glasses, it's like a 50-50 if they're gonna fit or not inside of there. Like I have a little bit of a chunky glasses, and they it was like a forced fit. So if you wear glasses, you might want to consider just go ahead and forking up a couple of $100 more and get some nice goggles, because those have focal adjustments inside of them, and you don't need the glasses at all anymore. But if you have perfect eyes, then go ahead. Box goggles are a great way to start, and then eventually in the future, when you want an upgrade, go ahead and get a good pair of goggles. Another great way to start the hobby at a low cost is starting with tiny whoops. Buy them already built. A good choice is the Humminbird F4 V3. This tiny whoop comes in at around $90. And this tiny whoop is such a good quality tiny whoop for the price. It's a little beast. This is the one I own, and I love shredding it out in my backyard. And it's a great thing to learn how to fly on. I've been teaching my friend how to fly with it. Another great thing about tiny whoops is that they're under the 250 gram weight limit, so you don't need a remote ID or to register it. And that takes a worry off your back getting into the hobby. Another great way to start the hobby, if you're not into tiny whoops and you want something a little bigger, they have the Darwin FPV Baby Ape series. Darwin FPV makes some pretty cheap drones. They're pretty decent. I've heard that they have their problems with the software, but it could be a little buggy. But other than that, they seem to be pretty decent drones for the price. It's not a bad drone to start out on, because any drone, your first drone that you're going to get, no matter what, is going to be crashed hard a lot. So even though no matter how good you make it look, it's going to look pretty fucked up after a couple of days. Just keep that in mind. Another way to keep the cost relatively low when starting FPV is using CNHL batteries. The cost seems to be pretty low for the 6S batteries. But the batteries can be a little bit expensive, so start off with like around 4 batteries is what I would suggest. You can get away with 2 if you're just cruising around and learning how to fly, but if you're wanting a good time, 4 definitely makes it worth it. It might even be worth it to save up and get a lead acid battery to charge your batteries out in the field if you don't want to charge it off of your car. Is to get a charger that is pretty mobile. Brand I suggest is ISDT. The batteries are pretty portable, and you can charge it off your car battery, and you can plug it in the lead acid batteries that are 12 volt. It runs off of a 12 volt battery, so it gives you a little bit more flight time. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I want to see more people get started in FPV at a low cost. If I helped you out, please subscribe. I'm going to have some more videos in the future, so stay tuned. Peace.